I am glad to welcome you to the GB Cars Problems channel. Today, we are diving into the Vauxhall Corsa-e, the first-generation electric hatchback that has been zipping around UK roads since 2019. This compact EV promises zero-emission driving with a peppy performance that makes city commutes a breeze. However, like many early electric vehicles, it comes with its share of quirks that potential buyers should know about. Let us start with the most common headaches: range loss and charging issues, which top the list of complaints from owners. Many drivers report that the advertised range of around 170 miles drops significantly in cold weather or with heavy use of air conditioning. This can leave you scrambling for a charger sooner than expected, especially on longer trips outside urban areas. Charging problems are another frequent gripe, with some users experiencing slow charging times or faults in the onboard system. Public chargers in the UK can be unreliable, and the Corsa-e's compatibility with certain rapid chargers has led to frustrating sessions where the car simply refuses to juice up efficiently. Owners often mention software glitches that interrupt the process, requiring a reset or even a trip to the dealer. Despite these issues, the Corsa-e shines in its affordability, with new models starting at around £26,000 and used ones dipping to £15,000 or less. It offers a smooth, quiet ride that's perfect for navigating busy London streets or Manchester traffic. The interior is surprisingly spacious for a small car, with modern tech like a touchscreen infotainment system that integrates well with Apple CarPlay. On the downside, battery degradation over time is a concern, as some early models show reduced capacity after just a few years of ownership. This ties back to range loss, where real-world figures might hover around 120 miles in winter, far from the optimistic estimates. Regular software updates from Vauxhall help, but not all owners keep up with them, exacerbating the problem. The regenerative braking system is a highlight, recapturing energy efficiently and giving that satisfying one-pedal driving feel. It contributes to the car's eco-friendly appeal, potentially saving on running costs, with electricity rates far lower than petrol. Yet if you live in a rural area without easy access to home charging, this feature feels underutilized. Interior build quality receives mixed reviews. While the seats are comfortable for short drives, some plastics feel cheap and prone to rattles over bumpy UK roads. The boot space is adequate at 267 litres, but it is not class-leading, which might frustrate families needing more room for shopping or weekend getaways. Overall, it is a practical choice for solo commuters or couples. Suspension and handling are tuned for agility, making the Corsa-e fun to drive on twisty B-roads in the countryside. Acceleration from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 8 seconds feels brisk, thanks to the instant torque of the electric motor. However, tire noise at higher speeds can intrude, and the ride might feel firm over potholes common in British towns. One underrated positive is the low maintenance needs, no oil changes or exhaust systems to worry about, which keeps servicing costs down to around £200 annually. Insurance groups are reasonable, often in the low 20s, making it accessible for younger drivers. That said, resale values can dip if battery health reports are not stellar. Electrical gremlins pop up occasionally, like infotainment freezes or warning lights that require diagnostic checks. Vauxhall's warranty covers the battery for 8 years or 100,000 miles, providing some peace of mind. Still, dealership experiences vary, with some owners waiting weeks for parts in less urban areas. In terms of safety, the Corsa-e boasts a 5-star Euro NCAP rating, with features like automatic emergency braking and lane keeping assist. These work well in everyday driving, potentially preventing minor accidents on motorways. However, some sensors can be overly sensitive, leading to false alerts that annoy drivers. Fuel economy, or rather energy efficiency, is impressive at around 4 miles per kilowatt-hour in ideal conditions, translating to cheap running costs of about £3 per 100 miles. This beats many petrol rivals hands down for budget-conscious buyers. But beware of home charging setup costs, which can add £1,000 if you need a dedicated wall box. Visibility is generally good, with slim pillars and optional parking sensors aiding tight maneuvers in city car parks. The rear-view camera is clear and helpful, though some owners note it lags in low light. For a small EV, it punches above its weight in practicality. Now shifting to exterior durability, the paintwork holds up well against UK weather, but alloy wheels are susceptible to curb damage on narrow streets. Headlight performance is adequate with LED options, illuminating country lanes effectively. Minor rust issues are rare, thanks to good corrosion protection. The climate control system is efficient, heating up quickly without draining the battery too much. This is a boon in chilly British winters, where preheat functions via the app add convenience. However, if the system malfunctions, it can lead to discomfort and further range hits. For tech enthusiasts, the My Vauxhall app allows remote monitoring of charge status and preconditioning, which is intuitive and reliable most of the time. Integration with smart home devices is limited though. App connectivity drops can frustrate, especially when planning trips. Ride comfort for passengers is decent, with enough legroom in the back for adults on short journeys. The car seats 5, but 4 is more realistic for comfort. Noise insulation keeps motorway hum at bay better than expected for this class. When it comes to value for money, the Corsa-e competes well against rivals like the Peugeot E208, offering similar specs at a slightly lower price point. Government grants, when available, can shave off a couple of £1,000s. Depreciation is a watch point, as EV tech evolves rapidly. One final niggle is the lack of a heat pump in base models, which would improve efficiency in cold snaps. Upgraded trims address this, but at an extra cost of around £2,000. It is worth considering if you face harsh winters. In conclusion, the Vauxhall Corsa suits urban dwellers with access to home charging and short daily drives, like city professionals or students commuting under 30 miles a day. It is less ideal for long-distance travelers or those in remote areas without reliable infrastructure. Overall, it is a solid entry into electric motoring if you can navigate its range and charging quirks. And if you own this automotive masterpiece, please describe the problems you encountered while driving it. Perhaps your review will help viewers when choosing a car. That's all I have for now. Thank you all very much for your attention. I'd be very grateful if you subscribe to the channel. See you soon.